So anyway, now that I've said everything that I wasn't here to say in the first place, that's the main thing that I'm thinking about right now. There's something about being interrupted and losing that flow. And there's an artistic thing too. Any of us who are artistic, we've got an idea, we want to draw something. It used to happen to me all the time, song ideas. I'd be like, oh, let me write that down. The next thing you know, somebody's in your face. Somebody's got something to say. You know when you've met somebody who's a keeper in life, when you're like, oh, I've got an idea, I need to write it down. And the first thing they do is become silent until you stop writing. Thank God for them. The glory that is the magnificent person who gets being an artist in any way. Usually another artist. So many, it's like, oh, you have an idea? Okay, well, I'm going to talk nonstop. I need to say 15,000 more things because I don't want to forget what I'm saying to you while you're in the process, what I'm saying to you that I remember that I've been wanting to say and that I'll still remember later. Obviously, I know from experience, I'm talking about certain individuals. I will remember it later. I've got to say it to you right now while you've just said, oh, I need to write this down before I forget. Do you have any idea? If I say that, there's a good chance that if you respond with anything, I've already forgotten. There's too much going on in here. I'm not thinking one thought. I've got like 3 different layers of thought that are at the front line of my awareness at literally all time. It's like the foreground thought that I'm really aware of, the background thought that I know I'm thinking about, but it's kind of in the background and I can't ignore it if I want to or if I need the energy or the mental space, and a middle ground thought that I'm pretty much halfway aware of, well, I'm fully aware of at all times, but it's only taking such a tiny amount of energy that it can kind of get back there. And all of these thoughts can vary on any subject matter, from whether or not, I don't know, I can't even think of it, from whether or not I've got enough coffee now that I've put so much ice in my iced coffee that it's basically just iced watery milk, to, I don't know, what God is and how I can better understand it and just, I don't know, become more of it in myself. These thoughts could be anything. I could be trying to figure out when a package is going to come, or I can be trying to figure out what it is that I'm going to do in the rest of my day, whether or not I've eaten in a reasonable amount of time, or if I'm hydrating enough. It could be self-care. It could be anything. A lot of these thoughts are extremely important for some reason, and they're all happening whether or not I consider them to be important or not. Sometimes I'm liking them. Sometimes I'm deciding I don't like that thought. I need to rearrange it. Let me think something else. But they're all going. And so when I have an idea and I have layers of ideas on that subject matter, sometimes that's occupying more than one line of that thought. And the next thing you know, my mind is completely occupied. My mind is completely occupied. And when a new idea comes in, like if I've got something, a song idea, and I want to write it down, excuse me, these hiccups. If I've got a song idea and I want to write it down, or if I've just thought of the 3rd or 4th thing I want to talk about in a video, all of a sudden, the pre-existent triple line of information that is constantly running fore, mid, and background in my mind has to get rearranged, because a certain amount of information needs to then push the other stuff out of the way. So when all of this stuff is coming at me and I'm trying to do something, like sit down and record a video, and then the next thing you know, there's something in my face making that stop. It doesn't matter if it's the world's loudest and most obnoxious knock or yell through the door. It doesn't matter if it's a truck that sounds like somebody is murdering my favorite musical instruments for the world to hear. It doesn't matter if it is, well, I can't think of another example right now because those are kind of the ones that are irritating me most. I'm pretty sure it's obvious. I think I've mentioned each one 3 to 5 times already in less than a 20-minute video. But when all that stuff is happening, it's adding more information, and eventually what I have in my mind, things are going to get rearranged. Top thoughts are going to get pushed back. Eventually they're just going to get forgotten. Sometimes it seems like you're going to lose a thought forever if you don't get the chance to write it down or use it right now. So I'm here about to record this video that is an idea I've literally had for years but haven't gotten around to yet. I had this idea on a previous channel, my Aviana Lemaire channel, that is now just about products and stuff. I had to disambiguate it and move all the Audhd stuff over here. So I've had this idea for a very long time, and I finally sit down to get it done today. Through all of the randomness and the weird energy, I don't feel cozy when I don't know what to do with my day, and today is one of those days where after I did the few like necessities, getting food, eating, self-care, stuff like that, I hit this moment where I'm like, I actually don't know what I'm gonna do anymore. And even though there's a lot of stuff that needs to be done, you kind of have to match the task to the size and type and amount of spoons that you have. And it wasn't a day where I felt like there was anything that made sense. Everything I was thinking about really just seemed way too overwhelming. So I thought, okay, I'll try to do the video, because I've got that kind of energy where maybe I can open my mouth and not stop talking for half an hour. Who knows? We might be on our way there now. So I start doing that. Everything happens. And my main thought and the main thing that's irritating me is that combination of, really, after I put in all of this work, it's going to get annihilated over and over and over again? I keep trying over and over again. And then it's that, like, I can't get it done even though I'm fighting to get it done. I fought so hard to get this done, not just today, but in general. But in general, stuff happens, and I've been fighting to get this idea done in general. And then the concept that I'm going to forget everything I'm about to say. And I already wasn't feeling cozy and comfortable taking notes. So it's in my mind. Thoughts that I have been thinking about and forgetting and bypassing and putting on the back burner for years. And I suddenly have them today. Well, when am I going to have them again? Am I going to be trying to record it later today? I'm thinking about the outcome. I don't know what's going to end up happening. If I can't record it today, when am I going to get it done? It's very when and if I get this done. Is it even going to come together properly? Am I going to forget the idea again? Because I had this stuff together, and I'm in the process of talking, and once I hit record, generally more stuff comes to me. So I'm in the process of doing that, and I just have to keep stopping the video over and over and over again. And it's not like, oh, maybe you can edit it out. Hey, I don't really want to do that right now. It's a lot of extra work. I do know how to do it, but I don't really enjoy it that much. I can do all of this editing, but it's one of those things for me where I kind of wanted to learn how to do it and then maybe do it once. And then after I finish doing it, I'm just done. It's not that much fun for me. And so I don't love having to go into one video and edit a 15-minute video 30, 40, 50 times in all these different spots, taking all of this time to do it perfectly. So I'm just hoping to hit record and let it go and move on with my life. And I just did a video where I had to super edit it 5.6 million times. It wasn't fun. It reminded me that I really don't want to have to do it today. It just feels absolutely ridiculous, because it's not just, oh, it's going wrong in the moment. I'm aware that there's a thing I want it to get done. I haven't gotten it done yet, so the past is moot. We can't deal with that anymore. That's done. I'm trying to get it done now in the present. Oh my God, there's that sound again. It just stopped. I'm trying to get it done now in the present, but it wasn't happening in the present, so the present is moot. In fact, in this moment, I'm actively not making the video I was planning to make. So, boom. Not done in the present. I did want to make this video, but weirdly, I was like, I don't know, I do need to make a list to talk about why it's aggravating to get interrupted all the time and have your plans thwarted, because when I'm not feeling that way in the moment, I forget about all the different things running through my head. So maybe this is an upside. Maybe it's the kind of thing that needs to be recorded when I'm in the moment, and I truly cannot forget how irritating it is, because I'm actively irritated right now, but I'm venting right now, which is a beautiful thing. Oh my word, do I love to get my feelings and emotions out, and I enjoy doing it through words. I'm really good on words. I love using lots and lots of words in order to express many, many feelings all at one time. It actually feels kind of lovely. So perhaps this was the most cathartic event, because this is making me record another video I've had on my list of ideas for years and have not been able to do. We're not having my phone alarm doing that right now. The alarm is not in my way. The alarm doesn't exist either. But one of the concerns is I couldn't do it in the past. The past is over with. The present is absolutely now, and now is all there is, philosophically speaking. So if it's not happening now, it's not happening. The video's not done. But then there's the future, right? Because what I think of right now as being the future in a moment is now. Once again, there is nothing but ultimately now. So I'm now thinking, if it didn't get done in the past and it's not getting done now, what the heck is going to happen when I'm trying to fix this huge problem in the future? Now it's becoming a future issue that I have to deal with. Now I'm like, okay, am I going to have to take notes? Am I going to have to reconceptualize? Am I going to forget what I was going to say? Am I going to add more things to the list? Is it going to become a video series? Am I going to end up Is it going to become a video series? Am I going to end up turning it into a short series? Is it going to be the kind of thing where I just can't get it together for a long format video? So instead I end up trying to sort of mentally script a shorter video on the subject matter. Although now we have 3-minute shorts and I don't love it. I've clicked on a whole lot of videos that should have been a 40-second short. People are putting intros and outros and ads and everything else in their videos now, just like the long form ones, except now I can't click it up to multiple speed in order to make it stop and get to the point where I can see if you have a point. So now I'm even less a fan of shorts. And I get it. I'm a content creator. I could be making my own shorts, but may God have mercy on me. I hope the ones I'm making I can tolerate. I don't want to be making ones that irritate me, and quite frankly, after I make it, then it's an issue for somebody else to decide if they want to watch it. And when the rest of the world has made theirs and now all of a sudden it's, oh, hey, we've got 3-minute shorts. Fabulous. I'm going to try not to make 3-minute shorts unless I actually just kind of want to make a short video. And then I'm just doing it in a short format, because I don't want to just accidentally extend a point that probably should have been a 20 or 40 second. Like, I can say anything in 20 seconds, let's be real. I don't want to overextend a video that probably should have been a 40-second point until it is 3 times that long plus, just because it's an option. And I'm not saying everyone's doing that. And I'm not saying who's doing that. In all honesty, if any of us are that incompatible with how someone is making their content, do we really remember who they are later anyway? Because if it's not the content for us, well, for me, this is my social media experience. If it's not the content for me, I'm gone. But I'm saying I just don't want to be in that number and feeling like I'm drudging on. So I'm not even making shorts right now. It's pretty much this. So I'm thinking about all these things about the future. Anytime something is just kind of crushing my plans, the past is sorted, the present is done, it's not happening. So my only option is that it's going to take place in the future. And now I'm concerned. Now I'm pre-scripting. Now I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do. I'm going through the entire planning process all over again, except it's happening all over again because I went through it already and it didn't play. So it's kind of giving me the option to be like, hey, this was a hot mess. Let's see if I can cool it down and at least partially tidy it up, so we can get a better outcome later. And I don't know how much of that thought is necessary, but that's what goes on in my head when something I'm doing, that I have been doing, or that I'm trying to do now is thwarted. Very often I just start replanning it for the future. Not all of the time, but when it's a video idea, like this has been today, and there's so many different options in how to do everything and how to address it and when to put it out, when I'm going to upload the video. If I can't record it today, I sure can't put it up today. So that changes my upload plans. This kind of a thing, it just keeps scatter volleying itself in all directions. It goes from just being about this one video I'm trying to film to about my entire sensory experience, my emotional experience, my functional plans, what I'm going to do today, how I'm going to feel when I'm doing it, my upload schedule, what's going to go up next, what again functionally cannot go up because I was not functionally able to make it in the first place. One issue just turns into so many different issues. And when it starts doing something like, oh, well, now I don't know what I'm going to put up next. I mean, I can decide what I'm going to put up next, but a minute ago, the next thing I was going to upload was going to be the video I'm filming. And then I'm not filming it anymore. So now what? Hopefully, it'll be this. We're going to have to see. I think at this point I've recorded enough that if I hear something screeching at me like 60 million nightmare monsters from a Marvel movie cascading across the entire universe, destroying everything and turning it into smithereens, I can at least hopefully just stop the recording and then come back and start recording again and do an outro, or a proper outro, or at least, for more likely for me, possibly forget to do that and then have to make one while I'm editing. I had to do that the other day. I had to re-record an intro while I was editing because I was like, I don't know what happened here, but I'm not using any of the stuff I recorded. That's a no-go. I'm hoping I can just get to a point where I close this video now and it will be uploaded, and then I will be just ranting. I'll be just ranting in the moment, but the video will be all about why something makes me want to rant. And the beauty is that it's going to be so meta. It's going to be so over the top, spot on, unironically enraged me just flying at everything for apparently 30 minutes. I feel much better. I started this irritated. Now I've vented and I've talked about all of the different points that get my neurodivergent brain, my autistic logic and all this planning and stuff, and my ADHD, I can do it in the moment and the moment is gone thing. I've talked about all of it. So I think that's good. And I'm going to see if I can take my energy and go put it somewhere else. Now, give me 1 second. I want to see if I can pull something up on the computer because I haven't read it on a video in a long time and I still mean it. And okay, so here we go. Here's part of my pre-outro. Have any thoughts or questions? Share them in the comments. Notice any gaps in the autistic, ADHD, or ADHD community conversation. Want a spiritually, mystically inclusive ND voice on a subject? Just looking for an extra opinion or viewpoint? Share your suggestions in the comments. If I can address them, I might make them into a video. Remember to like, share, subscribe, ring the notification bell for all of my newest updates, and be blessed. And on that note, thank you for being. That's about it. Bye now.